All right, man. Yeah, so I'm on here briefly just to talk some shit because I'm so tired of both sides of the Michael Jordan and LeBron debate. And it's like I understand how great both of them niggas is, and it's just it get annoying hearing both sides because both sides just nitpick, nitpick, nitpick. It's like it's the main argument is just oh LeBron didn't do what Mike did. Oh he didn't win Finals MVP. He didn't win 6 rings. And then the argument against Mike. Oh the niggas he played against. Like that's always the biggest fucking argument. That's the only argument LeBron fans truly have against Mike, and that's the only Mike argument Mike fans got against LeBron. It's like they nitpick little shit, and then they think one thing just outweighs the other. They try to find, oh, look what Mike did. Oh, LeBron didn't do it like that. Oh, look what LeBron did. Mike didn't do it like that. That shit is so stupid, dog. Instead of just acknowledging these two players as literally the greatest players that anybody ever seen, instead of just going that far, this is the shit we got to do. Oops. So this shit I done heard, bro.
Listen to a breakdown of why Michael Jordan is the GOAT. And I'm going to give you my opinion on each part of this breakdown.
Here we are in the year 2025, decades after Michael Jordan has retired, while LeBron James is still playing. And LeBron James is still 2 titles shy of Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is 6. LeBron James has 4. He does have as many finals losses.
I'm going to stop it right there. He talks about Michael Jordan having 6 rings. LeBron James having 4. Very, very true. Let me ask you guys this. Who played in a better era of guards? Let's think about...
There we go. That was the first thing he said. Who played in a better era of guards? Who played in a better era of guards? Even though LeBron James is not a guard. But continue.
Michael Jordan 6 rings. Let's think about this. The first ring, he beat the Lakers. But it wasn't Showtime Lakers. They were the old-time Lakers. They was all old. For you...
Like he said they was all old, right? He said they were all old. Now, granted, he's correct. They weren't the exact Showtime Lakers because Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was retired. So he's correct on that point. But, okay, Magic Johnson was 31 years old. That's not old. That's literally right in the middle of your prime. The man just 2 seasons before, he just came off back-to-back MVPs. But he's old. The second best player on that team, James Worthy. James Worthy was 29 years old in 1991. That's old? I didn't know that was old. I guess James Worthy was old as fuck. Couldn't move. Bitch was hobbling like this. I guess James Worthy was old. The third best player on that team, Byron Scott. And I'm still got it, not even looking, because I know this. The third best player on that team, Byron Scott. He was 29 years old. Oh, I guess he was old too, right? AC Green, the fifth best player on that team, 27 years old. The Iron Man. Niggas don't know about the Iron Man though. We ain't gonna get too much into him. The fourth best player on that team at the time, I think he was like a rookie or in his second year. Shit, Vladdy was what? 23? Just to make sure I got that 100% right. I just want to make sure I got that 100% right. Vladdy Divac and 90. Vladdy Divac was in his second year at 22 years old. He was the fourth best player on that team. No, actually, no. He might have been the fifth. And AC Green might have been the sixth. I forgot about Sam Perkins, one of the best floor spacers in the league at that time. One of the only stretch bigs in that league at the time. And he, just so I make sure I got my facts right, he was also 29 years old. So this old shit, these motherfuckers was smack dab in their prime. I'm not trying to hear that bullshit. Let's just say it. Just come out and say it. You don't respect the players of the old age. You think they were trash. Just say it like everybody else. Just fucking say it. Just say it. Why niggas be scared to say it? Because they know how dumb they fucking look making a video trashing motherfucking great players of the old ages. Let's continue.
They were the old-time Lakers. They was all old. For you young guys, go look at those pictures and look how old those guys look versus what Michael Jordan looked at that time. Then he played against Clyde Drexler,
Oh, yeah.
Clyde Drexler never had a team around him.
Oh, my God.
Never had a
Clyde Drexler never had a team around him. Huh. I guess you niggas ain't hip to Terry Petrovic. Y'all niggas ain't hip to Jerome Kersey and Buck Williams and Kevin Duckworth. Huh? And Truck Robinson. What? Huh? Cliff Robinson? One of the most athletic bigs at the time? What are we talking about? The same Clyde Drexler, the same Portland Trailblazers team that just made the finals in the 90s. They just made the finals in the 90s. 1990. But he didn't have a team around him. So how the fuck they make the finals? They literally made the finals twice in 3 years. Want to know what happened? They lost to a better team. They lost to the Chicago Bulls. They lost to the Detroit Pistons right in the middle of their fucking prime doing what they was doing. Oh, but Clyde never had a team around him. Huh. Interesting. All them niggas out his name. First thing I heard about any of those players, oh, who was them? Who the fuck was them? Oh, them niggas was trash. Oh, who the fuck was them? We got to come up with a better argument, bro. Everybody can't be trash just because LeBron, they wasn't playing against LeBron in the 2000s. Everybody can't be trash, dog. We got to stop it. We got to stop it. Continue.
Around. And that was his only opponent who could actually do the things he could do.
His only opponent that can do the things that he can do. So I guess Dominique Wilkins didn't exist, huh? I guess Charles Barkley didn't exist. I guess Hakeem Olajuwon didn't exist. I guess Penny Hardaway didn't exist. I guess Shaquille O'Neal didn't exist. Like, this shit sounds so fucking stupid, dog. Like, come on, bro. Like, are we fucking serious right now? Like, this constant discrediting of the old eras, that's the only fucking argument. That's the only argument you niggas have. Come up with a better argument, bro. Please, I'm begging everybody that just feel, if y'all feel like LeBron is a GOAT, fine. But can the argument not be shitting on the past players? That's the only argument? That's all y'all got?
When I say do the things he can do, I mean do the same things as Michael Jordan. Then I believe it was the Suns. I could be wrong, but I know they played the Suns in the finals.
He don't even know the fucking history talking about he could be wrong. He not even sure about the history that he's speaking of. Like, the fuck?
Marley. No disrespect to Dan Marley, but is Dan Marley in your top 5? Kevin Johnson?
That's a disrespect to Dan Marley right there. Dan Marley was top 10 in his position while he played. He was one of the best shooters in the league at the time while he played. Like, why he can't just get the credit for what he was when he played? Duh, the players get better. Every fucking 10 years, the players get better. Go look at basketball history. The players in the 70s were better than the 60s. The players in the 80s were better than the 70s. And so on. The players get better every fucking 10 years. Like why do we just use evolution? We look at evolution and look where it goes, and then we look at the past and we're like, oh, that shit was trash. Instead of just respecting what it was. Like, bro, I tell niggas all the fucking time, bro. If we grew up in the 70s, in the 60s, and we was arguing basketball, nigga, we would be talking about Jerry West. We'd be talking about fucking Wilt Chamberlain. We'd be talking about Bill Russell. We'd be talking about John Havlicek. We'd be talking about niggas like Tiny Archibald leading the league in scoring and assists. Still has not been done to this day, but everybody was trash. It's still multiple things that has been done back in the day that has not been replicated, but everybody was trash. It's still rebound records that'll never be broke. It's still scoring records that'll never be broke. But everybody was trash. It just don't make sense, dog. It don't make sense. Granted, if you want to take a 60s player and try to drop him today, he probably would be trash. But take that 60s player and look at 60s basketball and just respect what that motherfucker did at the time, bro. Why do you think these motherfuckers put Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain in their top 10s? Why do you niggas think they do that? It's called relative to the era. Dog, you have to respect these motherfuckers for the era that they played in. Like, I remember I was having a conversation with my homie. Like, this was just a blatant, easy answer. But I knew he would fall right into my trap. I asked him, if you go relative to the era, meaning How good, if you go relative to the era, meaning, how good was he when he played versus how good was he when he played? I took two players. It was Klay Thompson and Jerry West. I asked my homie, if you look at what he did versus what he did in their respective eras, who was better? The first thing this motherfucker is gonna say to me, I don't know, man, Klay got some rings. And I fucking lost it. I fucking lost. I was like, dog, you just don't understand relative to the era, clearly. My nigga, Jerry West was a top 3 player when he played. It was him, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain. Those were undoubtedly the best 3 players in the 60s. It was not even close. Klay Thompson, in my opinion, has never been a top 10 player in his prime. Jerry West was a multi-time MVP, led the league in scoring multiple times, led his team to the finals. What was it, 8 times or 9 times? This is one of those. Yeah, he only won 1, but he was running up against the Dynasty Celtics. But let's get back to the video.
It was the Suns. I could be wrong, but I know they played the Suns in the finals. He going against Dan Marley. No disrespect to Dan Marley, but is Dan Marley in your top 5? Kevin Johnson, he in your top 5 all time? Then it's
the same thing with Kevin Johnson, bro. In the 90s, bro. Top 5 point guard. One of the best scorers at the point guard position. If arguably probably the best scorer at the point guard position before Penny came. One of the best passers in the league. He was easily giving you between 18 and 8, 22 and 8, 22 and 9, you know what I'm saying? Fast, tough, can shoot the ball. But no, he don't get no respect because the players got better, so he just trash. No, Kevin Johnson was just a bum because, you know, players 20, 30 years later, we get players like Russell Westbrook and Steph Curry and Kyrie Irving and John Wall and Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? We get all of these type of players. So players like Kevin Johnson just become trash by default. I guess that's how it works, huh? Interesting.
Supersonics.
Oh, that is good.
No disrespect to none of those guys.
No disrespect to none of those guys. No disrespect to none of those guys.
Dan Marley in your top 5. Kevin Johnson, he in your top 5 all time. Then it's Seattle Supersonics. No disrespect to none of those guys. Gary Payton in your top 5 guards of all time. Sean Kemp, top forwards of all time.
Gary Payton was easily universally a top 5 guard before all of these other players started coming around. You know what I'm saying? I agree. Evolution does push niggas back in certain people's eyes, but Gary Payton is still universally top 10 in my opinion, bro. We can't do that, bro. If he want to go top 5, he want to try to raise the bar just for Mike. Like, and I respect that because Mike is universally the GOAT in most people's eyes, but I'm saying just the constant trashing. So basically you're saying, oh, is he in your top 5? Oh, is he in your top 5? So if you, just because you personally might think that it might be 5 players at his position all the time better than him, so that makes him trash? So if he's not top 5 at his position, that makes him trash. Interesting. Because arguably is the argument that James Harden maybe not even top 5. It's an argument that Vince Carter is not top 5 at his position. Reggie Miller maybe not be top 5 at his position. Is them niggas trash?
Then he played against the Utah Jazz. John Stockton, amazing point guard. 6'1", 6'2". What you talking about?
The nigga pivoted to height. The nigga pivoted to height, dog. The best point guard in the league at the time, Magic Johnson, was retired. He pivoted to height. Like, bro, like, come on, dog. You pivot to height. The best player at his position in the league. You ain't want to acknowledge that, but you gonna pivot to his height, like Michael Jordan, like he was guarding Michael Jordan. Like, bro, like,
Jordan, 6'6". Jeff Hornacek, it's the Utah Jazz. John Stockton, amazing point guard, 6'1", 6'2". We talking about Air Jordan, 6'6". Jeff Hornacek, 6'4". Can y'all pull up a clip of Jeff Hornacek dunking the ball? At what point?
Can y'all pull up a clip of Jeff Hornacek dunking the ball? That's what you got for me? I gotta go find a dunk highlight for Jeff Hornacek? Even though Jeff Hornacek was between a top 5 and top 10 shooting guard while he played as well. One of the best shooters in the league, one of the best off-ball players in the league as well. But, because he wasn't. Because he wasn't. He wasn't. He was trash. Cause I guess it wasn't pretty enough. It wasn't nice enough. It didn't look cool. But the Utah Jazz was the best team in the league in 97 and 98. Running through the Western Conference, winning 60 games. Knocking out Hakeem, knocking out Chuck and Scotty. No, not Scotty, Clyde. Knocking them niggas out. Knocking them niggas the fuck off. Man, this shit just gets worse and worse, dog. We got more.
We have to say, yeah, you won the 6 rings, but who is he playing against?
There it goes. And there it goes. Yeah, he won the 6 rings, but who was he playing against? Yep, and there it is. And he don't want to just come out and say it because he know how dumb he would sound. He should have just started out this video by saying, I don't think Michael Jordan was the GOAT because I personally think that the players that he was playing against were trash and they were not on the level of any other players that that LeBron James played against. Why a nigga won't just come out and say that? I don't know. Maybe because they'll sound like a fucking idiot, like this dude sounds. Goals active wear on Facebook, whoever the fuck this is. I don't even know, dude. Never heard of him. But still, dog. He ain't want to just come out and say it. That was his main argument. He said all of that bullshit to say. He wasted all his time. No disrespect to him. Oh, no disrespect to any of these players. No disrespect. But then you go on and say, who was he playing against? Like, that's the shit. We can't do that, bro. We can't just say one era of basketball is good to try to lift up LeBron James. That's the weakest shit ever, bro. That shit is dog shit, bro. I'm sorry. Like, so you telling me just because LeBron James played in it is only one era of basketball is good, bro? Like, that shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, I can't. That shit is dumb to me. Like, why we can't just acknowledge all eras of basketball for being great for what they was? Arguably the worst basketball era was the 70s because all of them niggas was on fucking drugs. That's probably the only era that I can hear like, okay, that era wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, nigga, 60s was what it was, 80s was what it was, 90s was what it was, early 2000s was what it was, 2010s was what it was. You know what I'm saying? It was all great basketball. We had a lot of great players. But just because LeBron come around and he come up with this new formula of a ball dominant player having success, he's the only motherfucker in history to have success playing like that. And that shit just looks so good. Motherfuckers just see what he's doing and just erase everything else. The concept of basketball is team play. Like, if we being real, LeBron James low-key changed the concept of winning basketball, nigga. He done set the standard of, nigga, you should be so great that you should be able to take this bum-ass team to the finals. Dog, don't y'all people understand that y'all niggas act like them teams was so trash, but they were built good around LeBron James. Like, yes, they didn't have another star, but it's like, bro, He had a lot of the same things that he had when he won his championships. Like, he had shooters. He had niggas that can defend on the perimeter. He had a big man that can score down low, that he can throw the ball up to, that he can catch, even though Augusta couldn't jump like that. But still, he had a big man. You know what I'm saying? He had players that can space the floor for him, that so he can operate in the open court. He had these things. He ran up against better teams. That's all it was. The Celtics, nigga, before he went to Miami, that was a better team. Orlando 09, that was a better team. The Spurs in 07, that was a better team. Like, come on, bro. He just lost to better teams. It's not that he wasn't great. But y'all don't see me nitpicking, oh, he lost to Kevin Garnett. Oh, he lost to Paul Pierce. Oh, he lost to Dirk Nowitzki. Like, that shit lame. That's what egregious Michael Jordan fans do. They gonna sit there and nitpick who the fuck niggas lost to. That shit is whack. Nigga, it's a team sport. Nigga, the Mavericks didn't beat LeBron. The Mavericks beat the Heat. The Celtics didn't beat LeBron. The Celtics beat the Cavs. What the fuck? I argue with a nigga all the time. First thing this nigga want to try to say to me, oh, Michael Jordan, he lost 6 times. He 0-6 versus Larry Bird. I had to sit down and explain to this nigga, you trying to say that like that's a major talking point or something, nigga. They played 2 series between Michael Jordan first and third year. He got swept both times because why? The fucking Celtics were substantially better than the Bulls. What the fuck? That don't have nothing to do with Michael Jordan versus Larry Bird. Because in both series, Michael Jordan outplayed Larry Bird individually. That shit is dumb to me. Like, what are we talking about? The nigga averaged like 44 points in a series against fucking Larry Bird. And nigga wanted to tell, oh, he 0-6 versus Bird. Like, and then I feel like when a nigga is saying, oh, he's 0-6 versus Bird, I feel like you're trying to insinuate that you feel like Larry Bird is trash or something. The fuck? Larry Bird, nigga, was a argument, in my opinion, he was the best player in the 80s. But he was arguably a top 2 player every year of the 80s, bro. We not doing that, bro. Still the only player to win 3 straight MVPs. Well deserved. Still was the best player on arguably one of the greatest teams ever in the 86 Celtics. Like, bro. So when I hear niggas say, oh, he 0-6 versus Bird, what are you trying to insinuate? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Oh, my boy Mark, I said, I'm not even really on 2K. I'm really just going live. But shit, I might get on since he invited me. I will see, though. I'm going to have to let him know. Hold on. I'm about to text this nigga, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I just had to let him know I'm just doing a video. But yeah, let's continue. Let's get back to this bullshit right here.
Not to take nothing away from his opponents, but then you start talking about LeBron's legacy and who he's losing to, because that's one of the things he just said.
Yeah, those are the stupid people right there. I don't talk about who LeBron lost to. Those are stupid people right there.
Oh, he also lost. He did lose because there's been times he had to battle injuries, guys.
And then it's funny, right? The first thing he do is give a fucking excuse to LeBron James, arguably the greatest player ever. You giving excuses to the greatest player ever. That's the first thing you want to do. As soon as we pivot to LeBron, you want to give excuses. That shit is crazy.
He didn't have good teams. He's playing against dynasty Spurs.
He didn't have good teams. It's just a flat out lie. It's just a flat out lie. Arguably, bro, and if he was at the peak of his powers in his first year, bro, his first year, in my opinion, that was the best team that personnel wise that the Cavs had before he left. Like, nigga, they had Carlos Boozer, they had Darius Miles, they had Ricky Davis, they had Ilgauskas. Like, they should have kept those motherfuckers around, especially Ricky Davis and Carlos Boozer. But I heard what Carlos did. Carlos told them motherfuckers that he was going to resign, because I think Carlos was a restricted free agent. He told them motherfuckers he was going to resign. I think something happened, that bitch ended up becoming unrestricted because of that shit, and that bitch went and signed with Utah for a bag. That nigga finessed the shit out the Cavs. That shit was funny as hell when I heard that story. I was like, yo, this nigga's a slick bald head bastard. But continue.
Yeah, he did lose because there's been times he had to battle injuries. Guys, he didn't have good teams. He's playing against dynasty Spurs. He's playing against a young OKC.
The young OKC that they dismantled in the fucking finals. Are you serious? A young OKC that they dismantled in the fucking finals. They won one game. Russell Westbrook, in my opinion, played like shit in that series. Like, what are we talking about?
I think it's Dynasty Warriors too. I guarantee you this.
Michael Jordan played against two dynasties. Oh, but he had people act like that's a bad thing that he lost to them before he got his team and before he came a dynasty. Michael Jordan lost to two dynasties coming up. We talking the Boston Celtics and the Detroit Pistons. We trying to this motherfucker's trying to use a dynasty. Okay, they both played against two dynasties. Whoop-to-do. Whoop-to-fucking-do. Michael Jordan beat one of the dynasties that beat him. It's not Michael Jordan's fault that before, once his team got together, the other dynasty fell apart because of Larry Bird and his back in them. That ain't Michael Jordan's fault. Maybe they possibly would have beat them motherfuckers in the playoffs once Mike got his team together. But carry on. Dynasty talk.
I bet you can name at least 5 guys in your top 10 of all time that LeBron played against in these finals. Guaranteed. I know you're going to name.
I can't.
Curry. Gotta name a guy like Kevin Durant. Listen to a breakdown of.
Yeah, that was just a clip of that video. I need to go find the rest of the video to hear the rest of that bullshit. But he said top 10. I don't know. Universally, Steph Curry is not top 10. Universally, Kevin Durant is so far from top 10, it's not even funny. Like, what are we talking about, dog? The only nigga that he played in the finals that's possibly top 10 is fucking Tim Duncan. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like just because that fucking great player didn't end up on a championship team, some of the great players of the old eras didn't end up on championship teams, that don't take away what Mike did, dog. Like, this notion that just, we think the players are better, so by default everybody that Mike played against is trash. Even Anthony Edwards came out and said it. It's like, shit, them niggas was trash. The only nigga that was skilled was Mike. Shit, hey, all the old niggas in the uproar. Shit is whack, dog. I'm willing to have a debate with anybody about this shit, bro. Cause this motherfucker is clearly not even informed. Like, I knew this nigga wasn't informed, bro, when he said that they never put a team around Clyde Drexler, bro. That was the craziest shit right there, bro. It's like, shit don't make no fucking sense. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's hard for me to really listen. Like, I like to hear arguments that make sense. I like to hear arguments that don't start off with trashing players, bro. Because, like, when I hear a motherfucker just start trashing players, I kind of just tune out. Like, that shit just made me fucking black out. Because it's like, bro, like, you motherfuckers be so disrespectful to the past. It's like, this shit is ridiculous, bro. Like, I already said what I had to say, man. Can go on about this Michael Jordan versus LeBron debate, man. In my opinion, bro, it ain't no players better than either one of them. It's like, Niggas try to bring Kobe into the conversation and all of this shit, dog. Like Kobe, I got him number 3 behind him. But if I really did like an actual relative to the era list, he probably would be somewhere between like 7 or 8. And that's just honest. That's just no bias. Because my honest relative to the era list go Mike, Bron, Kareem, Magic, Bill Russell, Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe, Larry Bird, fucking a part of me damn near. Nah, I ain't gonna say Oscar Robertson. I probably would go Shaq. And then did I say that 10, man? That motherfucker, that 10th spot, I get a little confused at that one, cause it's like, damn, I gotta really nitpick. Like somebody on that 10th spot could really be like Jerry West or somebody, like one of the motherfuckers that paved the way. Like that's just honestly how I look at relative to the era. But shit. But yeah, I would say Mike, LeBron, Kareem, Magic, Bill Russell, Duncan, Kobe, Larry. Shit. Me personally, I probably would say Hakeem Olajuwon. And shit, I'm damn near thinking Curry. Curry low-key might be creeping into that top 10 if we talking relative to the era too. But I don't know. Maybe they might fucking try to drop him because of the finals MVPs. I'm not really sure. Relative to the, cause this is not my personal top 10. My personal top 10 is Mike, LeBron, Kobe, Tim Duncan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Shaq, Hakeem Olajuwon. Fuck. I had Steph Curry in there. Damn, who's my 10th? Fuck. Okay, wait. Mike, LeBron, Kobe, Kareem, Tim Duncan, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Shaq. Oh yeah, Shaq, Hakeem Olajuwon, Steph Curry. That's my top 10. Because yes, me personally, individual as a player, I think Larry Bird was better than Magic Johnson. But if I went relative to the era, I would put Magic Johnson ahead of Larry Bird. But that's just my personal top 10. I think Larry Bird was a better player than Magic Johnson. Because who knows what he could have did with a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on his team. Or with a motherfucking Jamal Wilkes and a Norm Nixon. You know what I'm saying? Them first couple years. First year he came in with last year playing in his career Pete Maravich and washed up Tiny Archibald. And Cedric Maxwell. I don't even think Robert Parrish was on the team yet. Them niggas went from 17 games the year before, 18 games the year before, and won 60 Larry Bird's first year. Shit, if that don't spell impact, I don't know what does. Because the Lakers was already a pretty good team around that time. They just had a bad season and fucked around and got the pick. They was still a pretty good team around that time. Shit, because I think they won like 46 games the year before Magic came, something like that. Nigga, the Celtics won 17, 18 games. Shit. But yeah, man, that's enough for me on the topic. I ain't gonna be too long-winded. I just wish people on both sides of the Michael Jordan and the LeBron debate, I just wish people would say things that are more correct and not just lie to try to prop up the other person. Both sides do it. I'm really in the middle because I think they're just the two greatest. I think they're here and everybody else is like here. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly how I see both of them, because both of them is just at a point to where it's just no return when it comes to greatness. Them niggas is just too far ahead of everybody else, bro. And I'm gonna say right here, I'm gonna give my reasoning for why I think Michael Jordan is the GOAT over LeBron James. I simply think Michael Jordan is the GOAT because everything that he accomplished, if you go look at his whole resume from 10 scoring titles to all of the All-NBA, 10, 11 All-NBAs, 10, 11 All-Defenses, Defensive Player of the Year, you know what I'm saying, led the league in steals a few times, everything that he did, all of the shit that he did all of that shit in 11 full seasons. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about the Washington Wizards years because that was not Michael Jordan at his prime or his peak anymore. Those 2 seasons have no bearing on his legacy whatsoever because that motherfucker came back as a business proposition, trying to get more motherfucker fans in there so they can sell tickets. So I can care less about the 2 Wizards years. The second year where he broke his foot and only played like 28 games or something like that, I can care less about that. The year he came back from baseball when he only played like 35 games that year, I can care less about that. If you look at that motherfucker played 11 full seasons for the Chicago Bulls. Think about this, right? 11 years you won 10 scoring titles. Can anybody guess what was the year that he didn't win? He was a fucking rookie. He was a rookie. A rookie. The first year in the league, that's the only time he didn't lead the league in scoring. A rookie. And still averaged 28. Still averaged 28. I would have to go see. If I'm not mistaken, I'm not exactly sure who led the league in scoring that year. I want to say Alex English or somebody maybe did it that year. I'm actually really not sure. I don't know who led the league in scoring that in Michael Jordan first year. Oh, it was Bernard King. I said Alex English, even though he was a bucket himself too. He was a motherfucker. But yeah, Bernard King averaged 33 points a game. That motherfucker was on shit. But every full season after that, Mike led the league in scoring. He also had, this motherfucker also has 3 years where he led the league in scoring and steals. This motherfucker has like 4 to 5 postseasons where he has a series where he averaged 40 points. This motherfucker has like 10 to 12 series where he averaged 35 plus points. And then the narrative that Michael Jordan wasn't a passer, everybody that said that never watched the 91 finals. That motherfucker beat Magic Johnson at his own game. That motherfucker was scoring and making his teammates better, facilitating. He averaged 32 points and 11 assists in that series. It was a game in that series. I think it was game 2 or game 3. That motherfucker hit 13 straight field goals. And motherfuckers try to shit on the highlight. The highlight where he went up like this and then switch hands. Motherfuckers try to shit on that highlight and don't even know the context of that highlight. My nigga, that was his 13th attempt. He was busting their ass so bad that motherfucker said, I'm about to just try some shit. That motherfucker went up and said, just trying shit. He's busting their ass so bad. And then he missed. He ended up missing at his 14th attempt. And then I think he made like 5 or 6 more in a row after that. So we talking like 19 shots and he only missed 1. That is fucking absurd. Like, what the hell? That's greatness to me. That's the greatest basketball player in history to me. To me. I don't really care about everybody else. I stick to my opinion, my words, and my beliefs. Everything that I just listed. And you see, a motherfucker told me that every time I talk about Mike, I run to the 6 rings. My nigga, I haven't brought that shit up not one time in this whole video. The 6 rings and 6 finals MVPs, nigga, that's the icing on top. That's the separator. That pushes him above everybody else. So why the fuck would I run right to that? I'm not Stephen A. I'm not Chris Mad Dog Russo. I ain't Kendrick Perkins. I ain't none of these motherfuckers. No. Because I do acknowledge that LeBron got to 10 finals. That's a motherfucking milestone by itself. I do acknowledge that. I do acknowledge that he went to 8 straight. But I also got to acknowledge that he went to 8 straight and only won 3. I also got to acknowledge that he only led the league in scoring once. I also got to acknowledge that just because he scored the most all-time points in a total points in a career, that does not make him the best scorer. Can a motherfucker really sit here with a straight face and say that LeBron James is a better pure scorer than Carmelo Anthony? Can a motherfucker with a straight face sit there and say LeBron James is a better pure scorer than a Kobe Bryant, than a Michael Jordan, than a Tracy McGrady at his peak? Can you really sit there with a straight face and say he's a better scorer than these niggas? No, I can't. I don't give a fuck about the total points. I give him the credit and the greatness tag of being able to keep his body in shape for over 20 years. That's a motherfucking GOAT. That's a motherfucking GOAT. Shit. I'm looking for the word. But that's a GOAT thing to do right there. I'm gonna just say thing. I ain't feel like looking for the word no more. I ain't gonna look dumb. But shit, dog. Like, I get it. Everybody want to use, oh, he broke Michael Jordan records. Oh, he's the leader in all of this and the leader in all of that. Well, when you're that great of a player and your teams are built on your success, that's usually what happens. That's usually what happens. You're going to lead everything because the team is built on you being successful. We saw it in 2011 when the team wasn't built primarily on LeBron James' success. We saw what happened. Hell, I don't even really want to bring this up because he's 40. I don't really like getting on him because he's 40. But even in the instance this playoffs, bro, in the situation to where the team wasn't built off his success, they lost. So it's like, for LeBron James to be successful, it has to be built off his success. It just has to. That's how it works. Because the way he plays basketball, it is 5-on-5 predicated. It's not really 1-on-1 predicated. But that's simply, to me, that doesn't make Mike better than him just because Mike is 1-on-1, he's more 5-on-5. I can really care less about that. But when I'm watching LeBron James games, actually I can watch a LeBron James 30-point game and a Michael Jordan 30-point game, and this shit just look totally different. It's like LeBron literally is controlling everything. He has the ball in his hands majority of the time, the player is going to finish with him. That's usually how it goes with the best player. I understand that. But Michael Jordan, in the games that I watched, multiple games that I watched, yes, he had some games where he'd be handling the ball, he'll take the ball and do his own thing. But when the team really got together, like in the finals and so on, I'm watching Michael Jordan really take shots in the flow of the offense consistently. I'm watching Michael Jordan consistently play off the ball. I'm watching Michael Jordan catch the ball at the top of the key, move it, and then move to another spot, get the ball shot. I'm watching shit like that. I'm not watching Michael Jordan top of the key, 60% of the fucking game navigating everything. Like, yes, that shit worked for him individually. It worked for him 4 times. He got 4 championships off that shit. But in my opinion, bro, if he played more basketball wise in the flow of an offense instead of just being the offense, me personally, it worked for him being the offense because he is arguably the greatest player ever. He is that great. That's why it hasn't worked for other players. It hasn't worked for James Harden. It didn't work for Russell Westbrook. It didn't work for John Wall. It's probably not gonna work for Luka. You know what I'm saying? Like, because none of them niggas is LeBron James. That's really what it is. None of them niggas is LeBron James, bro. And that's just the truth, bro. None of them niggas is LeBron. He's the only nigga in history with that play style to make it work. It's been over 70 years of basketball, folks. The same way where it's only been 2 small guards as the best player on the team, number 1 option to win the championship. It's only been 2. Isaiah Thomas and Stephen Curry. And the fact, and Detroit got 2 things that history never worked again. Nigga, they won with their best player being small, and they also won with their best 2 players being small. They had a small backcourt and won 2 championships. That shit has never happened, and I don't think it'll happen ever again. That was the only time that ever happened. The only time to where a small backcourt that had the best 2 players in it won a fucking championship. That shit has never, it didn't happen before that, and it happened, and it hasn't happened since. That's why I don't think Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell are gonna win a championship. Nigga, I never thought Bradley Beal and John Wall would win a championship. I never thought Dame and CJ would win a championship. Just that 2 small guard things in the backcourt, bro. Why the fuck you think Golden State got rid of Monte? That shit don't work, bro. 2 small guards and your backcourt, and they're your best 2 players, the best 2 offensive players at that. That should have never worked. I don't think that should have ever fucking worked. But yeah, man, I'm about to get off this shit. No, I just had to talk my shit. Might be back streaming a little bit on the game. Niggas hitting me, inviting me and shit. I'm gonna see what's to it though, man. I just had to debunk that bullshit though. By that, I'm gonna try to find that nigga page, and I'm about to try to comment all of his shit, get this motherfucker in here for a debate. Because all of this shit he said, I just heavily disagree with, and he just said some flat out fucking lies. I don't like when people just lie because they don't fucking know the history of basketball. I don't like that shit. Like, I don't care. I shouldn't care so much, but nigga, I like talking basketball so much. Like, I like the truth of talking basketball. I stay real. I'm truthful about shit. And when I just hear lies, I gotta debunk them. That's just how I'm operating. But yeah, man, shit. IO podcast. I got 48 minutes of talking in. Ooh, I was in here yapping. But yeah, man, shit. I'm gone. Peace.